I'm Dr. Bill Berkowitz of Life Chiropractic in Grass Valley. Welcome. I want to talk to you today about how to understand the top chronic pain syndrome symptoms. And it doesn't really matter what those symptoms are, so I'm not going to list them for you here. They're in the blog that accompanies this video. But the key to understanding the symptoms of chronic pain, the key to understanding the symptoms of chronic fatigue, the key to understanding the symptoms of chronic headaches is basically the same. There's a lot of components to this, but we're going to talk about the autonomic nervous system. This is the part of the nervous system that connects your brain to your internal organs and runs all of those unconscious processes in your body. Your blood pressure, your heart rate, your breathing, your digestion, your hormone production, your neurotransmitter production, sleep, wake, all of those things. And the autonomic nervous system is divided into two divisions. The sympathetic nervous system is often referred to as the fight or flight portion. It's the part of the nervous system that's activated in situations of urgency, emergency, threats to your survival. And what it does is it mobilizes all of the resources of your body to your muscles. Your muscles get filled with blood and energy. They get tense. It directs blood away and shuts down digestion. Your heart rate goes up. Blood pressure goes up. Basically, you're ready to fight or flee. And in days past, hundreds, maybe thousands of years ago, this was a really important component to our survival. There were times when we were threatened with our very survival and we needed to fight for our life or we needed to flee from a predator. That doesn't happen that much anymore. But our modern life has changed so dramatically that there are things in our life on a daily basis that our nervous system perceives as a threat. And here's the key. It doesn't matter if it's a real or perceived threat. The response is the same. So what happens is that in our daily life, more so for some of us than others, more so for some of us because of how we grew up or past traumas, emotional or physical, we respond to those stimuli in our life by activating the sympathetic system. And as a result, we shut down the healthy digestion. We increase our heart rate, we increase our blood pressure, we increase our blood sugar. It's okay short term, but it's really unhealthy long term. And one of the impacts of the activation of the sympathetic system is increased muscle tension, increased pain, increased inflammation, and disturbed sleep. Just those alone set the stage for chronic pain syndrome. Because if you've got pain and you've got inflammation, you're uncomfortable. If you've disturbed your sleep, you've interfered with the ability of your body to recover and heal. And that might be okay for one day. It might be okay for 2 days. It might not be so terrible for a week. But month after month, year after year, it just creates an ongoing perpetual cycle of pain, tension, disturbed sleep, fatigue that just sort of hits it one after another. And what activation of the sympathetic system also does is it suppresses the activity of the parasympathetic system, the other branch of the autonomic nervous system. The parasympathetic system, for our purposes, is the vagus nerve. Now, the vagus nerve has been called the pathway or the highway to wellness because it supports lowered blood pressure, lowered heart rate, healthy digestion, lowered breathing rate, relaxation, ease, sleep, human connection. All of those things that feed in and support your overall health and vitality are supported by the vagus nerve. And when the sympathetic system is activated, it lowers the activation of the vagus nerve. The more this happens, the lower it gets. over time, the vagus nerve simply doesn't work well because it doesn't have an opportunity for function. So the key to all of the symptoms of chronic pain syndrome is to restore balance to the autonomic nervous system. You can do a little bit in a number of ways to lower the activity of the sympathetic system, but really the key to balancing the autonomic nervous system and lowering the sympathetic system is in raising the activity or the tone of the vagus nerve. If you suffer from chronic pain of any kind, it has literally taken you months to get here. The pain might just have arrived in the last 3 months, 6 months, a year, but the situation that allowed that to develop took years, likely decades to develop. The good news is that if you activate the vagus nerve, it's not going to take you years to get that up and running and activated. You will feel the effects of it really shortly, but it's going to take you months to really raise the tone of the vagus nerve such that it lowers the sympathetic system and you restore a really healthy balance to your autonomic nervous system. When you do that, you will experience a reduction of pain, and you very well might experience a resolution of your pain. You will also experience an improvement in a host of other health issues. So make sure to subscribe to my social media channels where I post information on a regular basis. Also, you can go to my website, lifewithinchiropractic.com, where there's lots of great information. Thank you.